I find it quite interesting that black women, even black men who are in interracial relationships, seem to have a false narrative when it comes to real life issues. It's like that a lot of things with them just don't compute. Being that, let me bring something to topic dealing with this female that you see. I've never liked her. She comes across as just generic and fake as fuck. I'm talking about Sage Steele. Sage Steele lawsuit alleges Ryan Clark refused to work with her on air after her controversial remarks. Earlier this week, we learned that SportsCenter anchor Sage Steele is suing ESPN and its parent company Disney. Steele alleges that her right to free speech was violated after specific comments she made on Jay Cutler's podcast in September of 2021. Now, her lawsuit have been revealed, and ESPN analyst Ryan Clark is mentioned by name. Now, if a lot of you all are wondering who Ryan Clark is, he's the guy that does a lot of the commentary pertaining to NFL guys. I think he played football for LSU at one time, and I think Pittsburgh. He played for when he left LSU, went to Pittsburgh. I think he also has a championship ring, but none of that matters at this point. But back to the topic. So Sage Steele has filed a lawsuit against ESPN, and she mentioned Ryan Clark in the lawsuit. So I'm assuming that because of whatever the comments that she made on Cutler's podcast made Ryan Clark very uncomfortable when working with her. So at this point, Ryan Clark is like, fuck, I'm not fucking with her. I'm not working with her. And I think this goes to the standard of who she lays beside at night. This is what I'm saying. It's kind of like the situation with Russell Westbrook. These people, man, that are in this media conglomerate, they have a false narrative of life. And it's kind of like how church has become in society. It's like people don't go to church no more because all of the shit that church entails is fake. From the preachers to the choir to, a lot of the shit that goes on in the church, people just discontent with it. It's like, fuck it. We're not dealing with that. We're not dealing with that narrative. And it's the same thing with the media. This is why you're finding people are actually turning to, like the Chris Miles show and different shows out there for commentary. They can actually interact with, excuse me, they can actually interact with people who have podcasts and like the Chris Miles show. You can actually interact. You can call in and be a part of the show. And people like that. They like to people want to engage certain subject matter. They want to engage people on conversation pertaining to matters that matters to them. So this woman here, man, she just, like I said, she comes off as fake. And I think it has a lot to do with her husband. She just, when it comes to a lot of subject matter, she's completely, you can just tell. They say you can't judge a book by its cover. Bullshit. Of course you can. And she comes off as just fake as fuck, man. I'm talking about this woman that you see pictured here. I'm talking about Sage Steele. Okay, so let me just go back. So according to the suit obtained by Outkick, Clark told networks executives on November 12th of 2021 that he wouldn't appear on the day's noon edition with SportsCenter unless Steele was replaced. ESPN declined Clark's demand. Steele anchored that edition of SportsCenter, and Clark never showed. So, I mean, why would you file a lawsuit against somebody because they don't want to fuck with you? I mean, the guy is he's a paid analyst there, but he doesn't feel comfortable working with you. I mean, you a fake ass person, Sage, still. Like I said, I'm sure it has a lot to do with your husband, man. You in a scenario, you in a situation that this guy has just lace your mind with a lot of things that doesn't fit into a real narrative, man. So, people don't like to be around shit. Like, I know I'm like that. If I find out a person is fake and that the shit that they believe in doesn't coincide with me, I ain't fucking with you. So that's just the whole narrative, man. I mean, this woman, she's there. I think ESPN had got rid of her at one time and had apparently brought her back, but she's just a fake ass individual, man. And like I say, it has a lot to do with who she goes home to in the evening from the show. And it comes off that way when she's anchoring ESPN. So, it is what it is. So, she's mad about Ryan Clark didn't want to fuck with her on the show. I mean, shit. I think everybody know why. It's kind of self-explanatory. You a fake ass person, Sage, still. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So, I don't even think your lawsuit has merit, but I guess time will tell. But this is just my take.